Hi guys, let's start exercise C of simultaneous equation. So by now we've done two methods, which is elimination by substitution and elimination by equating coefficients. Let's look at the third method, which is cross multiplication method. So let's look at this. So first we will write the equation in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Since this is equation 1, I've put it as a1x, b1y and c1. Similarly, the second equation in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I am emphasizing this. Please note that all three values have to be on the same side of the equation, which is the x value, y value and the constant on the same side. So after you put the values on the same side and you put the equation in this form, then these are the two formula which are used for calculating the value of x and y, which is b1c2 minus b2c1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1, and y is equal to c1a2 minus c2a1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1. Now, in case you're finding it difficult to remember this formula, then I can show you a visually easy way of remembering what this will be written as. So after you've written a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, you would write the coefficients in this form. Coefficient of y followed by constant followed by coefficient of x followed by coefficient of y. So BCAB, again for the second equation, coefficient of y, constant, coefficient of x, coefficient of y. So BCAB, that's how I remember it as. Now after you've written this in the form BCAB for both the equations, you go ahead and do the cross multiplication as per the arrow which I am putting. I hope you notice that I am starting with the top left corner and going to bottom right corner for all the 2 by 2 matrices that can be formed here, but top left to bottom right. Now after you've done this, the formula would be x upon b1 into c2, which means this is how the first term, next minus b2 into c1. I hope you notice the first number written is from top left to bottom right. Next, y upon top left, in this case c1a2 minus c2a1. Perfect. And then the last one will be 1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1. Repeat, top left to bottom right is the first number minus bottom left to top right, that's the second number. So after you put it this way, then you look at the first term and the third term and you get x is equal to b1c2 minus b2c1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1. Then you look at the second term and the third term and you get y is equal to c1a2 minus c2a1 upon a1b2 minus a2b1. I understand when you write it in this form with the too many variables, it may get some confusing for some students and for some people as well. So that's why I suggest write it in the form BCAB, right? BCAB, give the first equation first and then BCAB for the second equation. Cross multiply and then x upon first thing, y upon the second matrix and 1 upon the third matrix. Let's solve some questions. I'm sure the concept will become much clearer. So let's look at the second question. Sorry, question number 1. So question number 1 is 4x plus 3y is equal to 17 and 3x minus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. I hope you notice this is not in the form ax plus by plus c. So let's write this as 4x plus 3y minus 17 is equal to 0. And then the second equation is 3x minus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. Comparing with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, we get a1 is equal to 4, b1 is equal to 3, c1 is equal to negative 17. Similarly, a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to negative 4, and c2 is equal to 6. Now that we've written it in this form, let's write it in the form b, c, a, b, and b, C, A, B. Let's write it in this form. So B1, that's 3, C1, that's negative 17, A1, that's 4, and B1, that's 3. Similarly, B2, that's negative 4, C2, that's 6, A2, that's 3, and B2, that's negative 4. Now cross multiply. So 3 with 6, negative 4 with negative 17, negative 17 with 3, 6 with 4, 4 with negative 4, 3 with 3. So let's write this x upon 3 into 6, that's 18, minus negative 4 into negative 17, that's plus 68. Yes, that's correct. Negative 4 into negative 17, that's plus 68, is equal to y upon negative 17 into 3, that's negative 51, minus 6 into 4, that's negative 24, is equal to 1 upon 4 into negative 4, that's negative 16, minus 3 into 3, that's 9. So x upon negative 50 is equal to y upon negative 75 is equal to 1 upon negative 25, which means x is equal to negative 50 upon negative 25, which is equal to 2, and y is equal to negative 75 upon negative 25, which is equal to 3. Therefore, xy is equal to 2, 3. I hope you realize that when I was trying to find x, I took term 1 and term 3, whereas when I was trying to find y, I took term 2 and term 3 together, because this is the constant one. Good. I hope some clarity on this concept. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 3. 6x plus 7y minus 11 is equal to 0. Again, the second equation is not in the ax by c form. So this would be 5x plus 2y minus 13 is equal to 0. Again, a1 is equal to 6, b1 is equal to 7, c1 is equal to negative 11, a2 is equal to 5, b2 is equal to 2, c2 is equal to negative 13. Let's write it in the BCAB form. So when I write it in the BCAB form, this is what I get, right? So B is 7, C negative 11, A 6, B 7. For the second equation, 2, negative 13, 5, 2. Cross multiply, and what we get is x upon 7 into negative 13, that's negative 91, minus negative 11 into 2, that's that's negative 22. So that's negative 22 is equal to y upon negative 11 into 5, that's negative 55, minus negative 13 into 6, that's negative 78, is equal to 1 upon 6 into 2, 12, minus 5 into 7, 35. So that's x upon negative 91 plus 22 is equal to y upon negative 55 plus 78 is equal to 1 upon negative 23. So that's x upon negative 69. Yes, negative 69 is equal to y upon 23 is equal to 1 upon negative 23. So let's take the first and the third term, and we get x is equal to negative 69 upon negative 23 is equal to 3. And let's take the second and the third term, and I get y is equal to 23 upon negative 23, which is equal to negative 1. So the value of x and y, that's equal to 3, negative 1. I hope this concept is far more clear now. I am sure the next question that we do, we'll be able to do it much faster. Let's look at the next one. So in this case, again, not given in the correct order. So let's change it to 7x plus 9y minus 130 is equal to 0. I will not write the a1 b1 part. Let's quickly, okay, we'll still write it. One more question. So a1 is equal to 1, b1 is equal to negative 1, c1 is equal to 2. Next, a2 is equal to 7, b2 is equal to 9, and c2 is equal to negative 130. So write it in the BCAB form. So that would be negative 1, 2, 1, negative 1. Next, B2, that's 9, C2, negative 130, A2, 7, by 2, 7. Yes, that's 7. And B1, sorry, B2. So BCAB, BCAB, cross multiply. And what we have is x upon 130. Yes, negative 1 into negative 130. That's 130 minus 9 into 2, 18 is equal to y upon 2 into 7, 14 minus negative 130 into 1. That's negative 130 is equal to 1 upon 1 into 9, 9 minus 7 into negative 1. That's negative 7. So x upon 112 is equal to y upon 14 plus 130. That's 144 is equal to 1 upon 9 plus 7. That's 16. So x is equal to 112 upon 16. I took the first term and the third term, which is 16 or 112 upon 16, that's 7, right? 70 and 42, right? That's 7, which means x is equal to 7. Next, I take term 2 and term 3. So we get y is equal to 144 upon 16. That's 9. Yes, that's 9, which means y is equal to 9. So xy in the set form, that's 7 comma 9. That's my final answer. Good. Let's look at the next one. I hope you liking the video. If you have any queries, feel free to write into me. I also hope that you've subscribed to the channel and you are checking all the videos on the playlist that has been created specifically for class 9. Okay, next question. The next question is question number 7. 4x minus 3y is equal to 0. 2x plus 3y is equal to 18. So now again, this equation is not in the standard form. So this would be 2x plus 3y minus 18 is equal to 0. A1 is 4, B1 is negative 3, C1 there is no constant which is 0, A2 is 2, B2 is 3 and C2 is negative 18. Let's write it in the BCAB form. So BCAB, that was for our equation 1. For equation 2, BCAB, B, right? B is 3. All right, so let's cross multiply. When I cross multiply, I get x upon negative 3 into negative 18, that's 54. 3 into 0, that's 0. Y upon 0 into 2, that's 0. Minus 18, negative 18 into 4, that's negative 72, which is equal to 1 upon 4 into 3, 12. Minus 2 into negative 3, that's negative 6. Let me confirm, 12 minus negative 6. So this is x upon 54 is equal to y upon 0 plus 72, that's 72, 1 upon 12 plus 6, that's 18. So x is equal to 54 upon 18, which is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3. I took the first term and the third term, which was the constant, and then I take second term and third term. We get y is equal to 72 upon 18, which is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4, which means xy is equal to 3 comma 4. Final answer. Good, let's look at the next question. The next question that we are doing now is question number 9. Both equations given in the standard form already. So let's write A1, that's 4, B1, negative 3, C1, negative 11, A2, 6, B2, 7, C2, negative 5. Let's put it in the BCAB form. So negative 3, negative 11, 4, negative 3. For equation 2, B, C, A, B. Cross multiply, and what we get is x upon negative 3 into negative 5, that's 15, minus 7 into negative 11, that's negative 77, is equal to y upon negative 11 into 6, that's negative 66, minus negative 5 into 4, that's negative 20, and 1 upon 4 into 7, 28, minus 6 into negative 3, negative 18. Yes, so that's x upon 15 plus 77, that's 92. Yes, 87, 92, that's correct. Y upon negative 66 plus 20, which means negative 46, is equal to 1 upon 28 plus 16, that's 46. Let's take the first term and the third term, and I get x is equal to 92 upon 46, that's equal to 2. So x is equal to 2. Let's look at term 2 and term 3. We get y is equal to negative 46 upon 46, which is negative 1, which means y is equal to negative 1. Let's put it the answer in the set form 2 comma negative 1. That's the final answer. That brings me to the next question, which is question number 11. I notice that the numbers are in decimals. I don't like to work with decimals or with fractions. So let's multiply this with 10 to get a whole number. So this gives us 4x minus 15y is equal to 65, and this gives us 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. Let's put it in the standard form. So that would be 4x minus 15y minus 65 is equal to 0, and 3x plus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0. That's correct. So now let's figure out a1, a2 and b1, b2 and c1, c2. So a1 is 4, a2 is 3, b1 is negative 15, b2 is 2, c1 is negative 65, c2 is negative 9. Yes, that's correct. So let's write it now in the BCAB form. So negative 15, negative 65, 4, negative 15. Next, 2, negative 9, 3, 2. Cross multiply. Oh, let's see what we get. So, okay, let me just make a line so that we know that this is starting from here. So x upon negative 15 into negative 9, that's plus 90 and 135, minus negative 65 into 2, that's minus 130, which will be equal to y upon negative 65 into 3, that's 195, yeah, 180 and 15, that's negative 195, minus negative 9 into 4, that's negative 36. Yes, negative 36 is equal to 1 upon 4 into 2, that's 8, minus 3 into negative 15, that's negative 45. Yes, that's correct. So now what we have is x upon 135 plus 130 is equal to y upon negative 195 plus 36 is equal to 1 upon 8 plus 45. This gives me x upon 135 plus 130, that's 265, y upon negative 195 plus 36, 59, 89, yes, that's 159. So negative 159 is equal to 1 upon 53. So let's take the first term and the third term. We get x is equal to 265 upon 53, that's 5. So x is equal to 5. Let's look at the second term and the third term. We get y is equal to negative 159 upon 53, which is equal to negative 3. 53 into 3, yes, that's negative 159. So y is equal to negative 3. Answer in the set form, xy is equal to 5 comma negative 3. Right, that's the final answer. Good, that brings me to the last question of this exercise that I do with you, which is question number 12. Again, this time this is in the square form, or rather square root form. So a1 is equal to root 2, b1 is equal to negative root 3, c1 is 0, a2 is root 5, b2 is root 2, and c2 is 0. Putting it in the BCAB form, so negative root 3, 0, root 2, negative root 3. Next, why negative root 3? Yeah, because this is negative root 3. Have a question, copy the question correctly. Yes, root 2x minus root 3y. That's correct. Next, this is root 2, 0, root 5, root 2. Let's cross multiply. And what we get is x upon 0 minus 0 is equal to y upon 0 minus 0 is equal to 1 upon root 2 into root 2, that's 2, minus negative root 15. Now x upon 0 is equal to y upon 0 is equal to 1 upon 2 plus root 15. Let's take term 1 and term 3. We get x is equal to 0 upon 2 plus root 15, which is 0. Y is equal to 0 upon 2 plus root 15, which is 0. So I took the first term and the third term to give x. So x is equal to 0. Next, I took the second term and the third term, which gave me y is equal to 0. The final answer, xy is equal to 0, 0. Perfect. That brings me to an end of this video and this exercise. I have marked some homework questions 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. If you have any queries, feel free to write into me. Bye bye.